Okay, so this is a part 2 for a video I made in Animal Crossing a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go and watch it before this one by clicking on the iCard in the top corner or by clicking the link in the description. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay, ready to start now? Let's go! So at the end of the last video, we built and furnished homes for 3 new islanders, 2 birds, and an incredibly cute dog. Aww. So I wasn't surprised when Tom Nook announced the next morning that resident services would be closed tomorrow, so they can move it into a building. And you know what that means? Owly music! Alright, let's just rate the owly music real quick. 10 AM is funky as hell. 12 PM I like too. 4 PM is a jam. 2 PM sucks. And 3 AM... well... it's 3 AM? I can't rate anything before 10 AM as my sleep schedule has really gotten weird during lockdown, but, you know, hopefully another day. So the next day, my island gets visited by some reggae-loving photographer named Harv. And he's like, you should visit my island, it's cooler than yours. So I fly over to his island and meet Reese and Cyrus, a loving couple celebrating their wedding anniversary. They ask Harv to do their photos, but he's too busy being a, reggae man, so I have to take them instead. I enter the studio and the happy couple are like, oh no, you're not just taking the photos, you've got to make the set too. So I organise the furniture and take a simplistic but lovely photo of the couple, and Reese takes a look at it and is like, well, it could do with a bit more furniture. Are you kidding me? I'm doing this work for free because Harv is too busy being a reggae man, and you have the guts to tell me that I haven't placed enough furniture. Well, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna need you to come tomorrow as well. Fine. Okay. Nobody cares about what I think anyway. But I will come in tomorrow. Thank you, Harv. The next day arrives and I'm greeted by Tom Nook making his morning announcement in front of the glorious new resident services building. He introduces Isabel, I know that one, and tells me to meet him in the new building. It's then that he announces his big plan. Right, so this is my plan. Basically, we get KK Slider to come here and do a bunch of shows. Yeah, that's it. What? You don't know who KK Slider is? Oh, well, boy, have I got a thing to show you. Yeah, I'm not joking. He kind of had a bit of a fangirl moment in front of me. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Yeah, everything got it out of your system. Okay, we'll move on now. But there's one teensy problem. KK is so stuck up that he only wants to perform here if the island gets a 3-star rating or above. What? My island isn't good enough for you, KK. Tilbury is on your tour schedule, but you can't find room for the lovely island of Jamesland. Well, maybe I don't want you here anyway. Oh, God. No. It's the KK stands. Okay, I'll make the island better. I promise. You just leave me alone, please. And thus began a long and grueling journey, which is the main reason why this video is coming out in August and not July. And also, it's the reason why this title is totally fake. It's a lie. It took a lot longer than 2 weeks to get here, so, you know. So, how will we achieve this 3-star rating? Well, the first step is to get more islanders. So we built a campsite. Get the tourism up, come on. And we already have a visitor. See, I told you James that was pretty epic. Meet Beardo. Or Beardo, I don't really know. I'm just going to call him Beardo for the rest of the video. Obviously, he's the first visitor, so he's going to want to move here. And, he's not that ugly. Speaking of ugly, I have been trying to get rid of Moose for weeks, but he just won't go. He is a stain on my eyes, and I want him out of my sight. I'm just joking. He's pretty ugly, but maybe that was a bit harsh. Also, I finally upgraded my inventory. Look at all this space! Yes! Woo! I did some de-weeding, then headed back to do some more wedding photos of Reese and Cyrus. Yeah, so, yeah, do you remember how last time they were saying I didn't have enough furniture? Well, look what I did. There is nothing but furniture now. How'd you like that, then? It's everything you ever wanted. Yep, I totally agree with that. And then I only went and paid off my house loan. Hell yeah, let's do this, everyone. So then, do you fancy a bigger house and an even bigger loan? No, I think I'll leave it for now. I finished off the day by placing some more house plots and building a lovely little flower garden. Alright, so here there would have been a lot more going to visit Harv and getting new islanders and stuff, but my PC corrupted and I lost almost a whole month of footage, so all you need to know is that Boone and Marcel have moved onto the island and my flower garden has grown, so that's pretty nice, but who cares? It's bug off time, yeah! Bug off, let's do it. This is taking me way too long to edit. Get as many bugs as you can in 3 minutes. Yes, please. Oh, 6 points. Oh my god, I am so good at this. And I just made 1,000 bells. Thank you, Animal Crossing. Let's do this again sometime. Yeah. And guess what? We finally have a 2-star rating. We are halfway to getting the big KK here to satisfy Tom Nook's fangirling. Yeah. Now, there's one thing I've always wanted to take part in Animal Crossing ever since I saw it on Twitter, and that is the stalk market. Now, this can get quite complex, so I'm gonna explain it very oversimplified, if you know what I mean. So basically, every Sunday, Daisy May arrives at your island and offers to sell you turnips. The amount in which she sells them to you varies every week. On this occasion, she was selling them for 93 bells per pack of 10 turnips. That's a pretty reasonable price. I bought 50 turnips for the sum of 4,650 bells. But why would I need this many turnips, I hear you ask? Well, these turnips can be sold for a massive profit at Nook's Cranny. On each day of the week, Timmy and Tommy will buy the turnips off you for varying prices. Sometimes it's less than what you bought them for originally, meaning you lose money, but some days they'll buy them off you for way more, generating huge sums of bells. There's a lot of patterns and cheats you can learn, but they're quite complex and I couldn't be bothered with them, so usually I settle on selling half of my turnips on Tuesday and half on Wednesday. This isn't as profitable as some methods, but it guarantees you make some money every time and you're never at a loss. Well, sometimes you're at a loss, but not really, especially if you buy lots of turnips. Also on Sunday, I decided to customise my Nook phone case to give it that rocking summer flair. I don't even have this design on my phone. I think it'd be really cool if I did though. I also bought a bunch of street lamps from Nook Shopping so I could try and max out the number of furniture items on my island. I also got some armchairs and placed them in a spot which looks out onto the sea. Also, I mean, Beardo's house is kind of weird. He's got an office chair in there, and it looks like it's been pulled straight out of the 1920s. At least if it wasn't for this digital phone. Also, he's wearing a jacket and a shirt, but he isn't wearing any pants. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave. Forget it, Marcel's house is even weirder. It's just a cluttered mess. I mean, actually, Marcel's pretty weird in himself, so his house doesn't really surprise me. But hey, he gave me a DIY recipe at least, so that's a plus. I decided to plant a load of peach trees on my island too, because I managed to get my hands on some from a friend's island. Wait a second, where did all these weeds come from? I literally de-weeded last week. Oh my god, this game is insane. How have they grown so quickly? They're much better. Oh, but don't worry, Mabel's here, and she's opening a clothing shop. Yeah, maybe I didn't choose the right spot for this. We're all a little bit cramped. Then I decided to try my hand at some diving. I got some sea creatures, donated them to Blathers, made some money, and had a lovely time. I also crafted a shell fountain and placed some fencing around it, but it just wouldn't centralise with the fence. It just wouldn't do it, and it was super annoying. Hey, it's the 2nd of August, and you know what that means? The first fireworks display, yeah! And I can finally talk to Isabel! Yes! This is all I've ever wanted! Thank you so much! This is incredible! Hey, it's firework time now, everyone's here. I've got my star bumpers on, this weirdo's doing a raffle. It's a pretty epic time. A suspicious character? Oh my god. It's the weirdo from the fireworks raffle! And he's here to sell some art! Speaking of art, Blathers says the museum's gonna get an art exhibition, so I head back to Red, buy some art, and upgrade the museum. Also, I've been working on this pretty cool play park. Just wanted to mention that, because I'm pretty chuffed with it, if you know what I mean. By the way, I haven't checked on my island rating in a while. I wonder what's happening with that. Yeah, 3 stars, finally! It's taken us far too long, to be honest. I mean, I already said this title was a lie, but it's been nearly 3 months. I'm so sorry, everyone. Tom Nook goes into full fangirl mode again for a minute before he calls KK and invites him to perform here. Isabel tells us the next morning that the museum is upgraded, Nook's cranny's been upgraded, and most importantly, KK Slider is about to perform. And as KK plays the game's theme tune, the credits roll, signifying the end to an incredible gaming experience. Except this isn't the end, there is still so much more to do, and all of it's coming in a part 3 at some point. But for now, I want to take a break from Animal Crossing videos and do some other stuff. Fall Guys Part 2 is coming in a couple weeks. An Animal Crossing video should become an almost regular thing starting in September. But for now, please subscribe. I really like making these, even if they take far too long to edit. But I'm taking a little break from Animal Crossing, and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll let KK play you out. Bye guys. See you later. Me.